This is Desert Homestead Prepping. Make sure to like and subscribe and hit that bell for notifications. So I got a plan to make ourselves a movable pig pen. I know that I said we were going to work on a rabbit colony, and we're still planning on doing that. But I figured this would probably be a really quick, easy project. And plus, my wife had been saying that she really wanted to get pigs for a while. So I'm going to try and whip this out today, see if I can make it work. So my plan is to use cattle panels and put them together in a square, and then do some cross braces that should hold the shape and make it so that we can move it around, because pigs are going to dig and root, and it's going to be great for them to help fertilize our soil, but we don't want them stuck in one spot. And so I got this plan to be able to make this so that we can move it a little bit, and they can dig the ground and root through it, and then move it a little more, and just continue to do that all the way around the property. So that's my plan. I'm gonna put the main frame together first and see if I can, test it out and see how it works, see how easy it is to move it around before I really get too crazy about putting wire on all the panels and everything. So that's what I got planned today. Hopefully I can get this done within a few short hours. I know I always say that. So if I think a few short hours, maybe 2 days, I don't know. That's the way life is. If anybody's wondering about the background here, this big pile is mulch that we got from one of our neighbors. He does landscaping, tree trimming business, and so he had a huge truckload of just odd and end grass clippings and mulch, and so we're going to utilize that in various places. It'll definitely help condition our soil around here, and if he keeps bringing truckloads, man, we'll just spread it all over the place. And as that degrades into the ground, it'll make our soil so much more rich around here, which would be great. So yeah, that's what that is. Anyway, I'm going to get to this and start putting these together, try moving around, see how it does. All right, so this is the plan for the cross braces. So I got these, and this is the cool thing. I've got all this stuff for free. So this is for chain link fence, and these were top rails for chain link fence that a couple different people had given me. Neighbor back in town gave me a bunch of these. And then there's all these brackets that help attach them to the other poles, which is going to be great. So this plate's actually going to work out pretty good for me, because I think it's going to keep this from sliding once I mount it. Let me give you a closer look at what these brackets look like. So we're going to have to attach a cross brace on this one and on that one to keep our square shape, and hopefully just the top one will be enough to hold our shape. This whole thing is not really too heavy. That one is very heavy because of this plate that's welded and screwed down to it. So my plan is this one with the plate, because I have a whole bunch more. I could have done one without a plate, but my plan is to have a good wind barrier for the pigs, because there's going to be times where it's going to be miserable. And to have just something to keep them out of the wind would make all the difference in the world. All right, so I'm gonna get going at hooking this up and trying to figure out exactly where I need to mount my middle ones. Okay, I think that's pretty good. So now I'm just going to put some set screws in the ends of each of these, make sure that they hold together. I mean, we plan to just move it a little bit, leave it, move it a little bit. Not really any plans to drag it all over the place in one go, but there could be a possibility that might happen. Who knows, it may get to a point where we decide to bring it closer for the winter and we have to drag it all the way across, or maybe even take it over to the other property. Hard to say. So, yeah, so it'll be good to have those set screws, make sure these don't pop out. Okay, we're gonna try this out. So the plan is really to use the tractor, but I'm just curious of if this will be able to pull it. Let's go ahead and hook it up, see what happens. Nope, that didn't work out. I mean, if I was to put it in four-wheel drive, I bet I could probably drag it for a little bit, but it's just going to be too much for this. We don't need to destroy it. So let me get the tractor and we'll get it set up according to the real plan. Well, that worked out really good. Everything held together nicely. So now let's get the wire put on the panels and we'll make sure everything's secure. Okay, so now I got the wire all attached to the inside of these panels. Everything's nice and secure. So now just need to attach this to this plate right here. This is actually going to work out really good for me because I can use these self-tapping screws and some of this metal plate to be able to attach this from the inside to this backing plate, which should give me a pretty secure attachment. Oh my goodness. That was fun. I think that's gonna do. Right. Pretty happy to have that project finished up. That went really fast. Pretty good. Was able to get this done in one day and really didn't run into too many problems. So that's a pretty successful project right there. So yeah, this is something that I think is pretty easy for anyone to do. I mean, you can get creative in how you figure out the shelter using a tote bladder like that, or else I've seen people use those like doghouse igloo things and chain those on there. I mean, there's just all kinds of creative ways to make it work. So then, of course, we're going to have to get the, feed trough and watering bowl. We'll hook those up to chains so that when you pull it, it just drags everything with it. Pretty excited about this. So now the next step is we just got to get ourselves a couple pigs. So we're not going to get big giant pigs. Going to be something more medium size is the plan. And this should do just fine for 2 medium-sized pigs. Next time you guys come back, hopefully we're going to get going on the rabbit colony setup, which should be pretty challenging and exciting. We're going to try to build it out of as much scrap as we have because money is tight. So as always, keep us in your prayers. Wish you guys the best. We'll catch you in the next one.